What's going on, guys? And today I'm doing a brand new video. Before we get started, as always, if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more like this, go ahead and like, share, and sub because it really helps the channel grow. So let's get started here. So today I want to do a guide on how to play driller properly. I'm gonna start with the perks first. These can be a little bit interchangeable. These are just the ones that I prefer. So I like using deep pockets. Reasoning behind deep pockets is that you can carry more stuff on you and have to spend less time getting the mule or going to it. That saves a pretty decent amount of time. I like to do a resupplier because, you know, the extra 25% health you gain and the resupply is 50% faster, which is also very helpful with saving time with that. And then veteran depositor makes it so that when you actually do have to go to the mule, you spend a whole lot less time there. Plus the damage reduction is really, it's really helpful when you're getting mauled by a fucking swarm of alien enemies. And then field medic, this is the one I prefer. However, there's a whole bunch more you can pick from, so I think it's honestly up to personal preference. But I think if you're just starting out to the game, these might be the best ones for you. Or instead of field medic, you can run Iron Will, or maybe even heightened senses, depending on how hard you play the game on, because it'll warn you when you're gonna get eaten up by a cave leech. So let's go into the primary weapon. So I prefer the flamethrower over the cryo whatever. I mean, I haven't unlocked it yet because I really have no desire to. So the modifications I like using high pressure ejector to increase the range, unfiltered fuel, increase the damage. So this one I like to use the sticky flame slowdown because it helps kiting enemies. Sticky flame duration because these two will work together, and then targets explode is just fun to blow up stuff. So these two, I mean, it depends. I am not a huge fan of heat radiance, but I do like blowing stuff up. So the secondary, I think these are, it's up to whatever you prefer. But this one, I use the high capacity magazine, increased caliber. So this two here, so improved repellent will only increase your damage by 1, but your accuracy with this is increased by a whole lot, because here your damage is increased by 3. So it just depends, because I switch between these two, being the weak shot bonus and the high velocity rounds. So like these two right here are up to whatever you prefer. And then volatile bullets, this works if you're using the flamethrower because you're going to get bonus damage from the flamethrower. I mean, if you're not using it, then you're better off going with the toxin coating. Pickaxe, that's personal preference, whatever you like to use. So satchel charge, I like having a bigger charge, more damage, obviously. There's no options. Volatile compound, I like using this one because it is really big explosion and it's fun to use. And blasts a bigger cave. However, this is also up to personal preference. I like this one because it's easy to clear out a lot of stuff if you need to, if you're in a hurry. And when it comes to grenades, I like using the HE grenade. The neurotoxin grenade, you can use that as an area of effect, like gas explosion. If you this is also if you're using the flamethrower. So this is also up to personal preference. I prefer the HE grenade, but that's just me. Same with the armor. The armor is personal preference too, so whatever fits your playstyle, then I recommend doing that. So now that I got the initial build set up for that, I'm gonna go into a game and I will show you some tips and tricks on how to survive as a driller. Alright, so this is a Hazard 4 gameplay, and I joined this game midway through, so we will see how far we survive here. after getting swarmed by a herd of Praetorians. So Satchel Charge really saved my life. They're blowing up like a ton of dudes here. But here's how the sticky flames work. So you can see how they're just sitting there, and the duration on that is 6 seconds, and it does do damage over time. So if you're getting swarmed by a bunch of guys, like if you just start spraying with the flamethrower, like they're gonna be taking damage the entire time that they're fighting you. So I can't show it on this map. However, the regular Praetorians, if you do light their gas on fire, it causes an explosion. So and these dudes did find a machine mission, so we'll be doing that. And to all the new players, this will give you a good understanding of what they're like and how to do them. So anyone who doesn't know, a machine mission is something that they added in a few patches ago. You activate all this stuff. However, you do need to be promoted to activate it because you need a specific key that you get when you get promoted. And you do need a matrix core, a blank matrix core, and you'll get those when you get promoted, and you'll have missions to be able to do that. So all the new players out there, you'll be able to do this eventually. Basically, all we need to do on this one is just, it's gonna give us a bomb dispenser, and then we're just going to throw the bombs at the thing, and then that's it. And there's a time limit on this, so. So here's the bomb dispenser, so you just take that and throw it. Well, if we actually hit it, then, you know, it would be nice, but. So you can see here how much damage the flamethrower is able to do with sticky flames and explosive targets at the end there. You can use the satchel charge to clear out a bunch of enemies. Like if you have a teammate who's down, you can drop the satchel charge on them and just nuke everything that's around them. But like I was saying, the perk, like Beastmaster is nice, but I think Field Medic has a little bit more use to it. But yeah, like I was saying, it is just personal preference. Alright, and we just finished that mission. All we need to do is just throw those bombs on there, like I said earlier. And I don't have a blank matrix core, but if I did, I would just put it in here and it'd give me some loot. So a tip that you can use that I'm not sure a whole lot of people know about. So when you play Driller, a lot of people, I was on the subreddit for Rock Galactic the other day, and some people are saying that the Driller can't mine materials. So what you can do is, you can go around the minerals. And then you just need to make sure that it's completely detached from that. And there you go, you get all of that. So that was 36 gold. There are some times where that is a waste of time doing, and there are other times where you save a whole lot of time doing that.
Heads up, there's a swarm of Mechterras heading your way. Contact imminent.
So this is a Hazard 4 mission. If I was playing Hazard 5, I would probably switch out my perks for Sweet Tooth instead of Resupplier, because the red sugar is like invaluable in Hazard 5, so you're gonna want to get more from your perks rather than like the more from the resupply drop. Oh, one of our teammates getting swarmed. Because we have not had anything over here. Oh. This guy here is using the plasma caster. I'm not a huge fan of it, but depending on what overclocks you get on it, that thing could be really good. I mean, it's really good as it is, but it's not really my style, especially since I use the flamethrower. I'm already getting a buff from the burning targets with my pistol. But like I said at the beginning of this video, if you enjoy content like this and you want to see more, go ahead and leave a like and drop a subscribe, because that really helps me and it lets me know what you guys want to see. And to all my other supporters who don't play Driller, I'm gonna make a survival guide for all the other classes. So it'll be more than just a Driller, so. And for anyone who wants to learn the new classes, you know, I'll just come on down here and I'll have a guide on each one. Let's go help our teammate up. The perk reasoning behind all the reason I had picked these perks was to save the maximum amount of time. So spending less time with going to Molly, and you know, I can carry more materials and I can help my teammates up faster. So it was mostly based around trying to save as much time as possible. Oh man, there's some more kite there. So judging from that size of that, it'd probably be better just to mine it out with the drills. Another good thing to do is just ping the thing you want to pick up beforehand, like with this stuff here, because then you're able to locate it. See, right here it's a little bit too risky for me to want to drill this out, but I'll just go ahead and do it anyway. Because I can jump on top of that. And there we go, we got the Morkite. So it was a little bit faster to do it that way, than, especially given the position that it was in. Get to a wall, I will show you guys a kind of interesting strategy. Oh, actually, never mind. We're gonna locate this, and then I'll show you that.
Coordinates transferred. Gotta check my terrain scanner.
All right, let's go ahead and find this loot. Now, when it's uploaded.
Bloody greenbeard met his end.
All right, so here's this lost code. Let's see what we got. Bug hide for the for pickaxe part. Another plus about Driller is that you can make stairs down a wall, so. Which makes things really helpful. Especially in, you know, walls the size of this. So, another thing with sticky flames is that you can use a little bit less ammo with sticky flames because they're gonna have to go through the fire to get to you in the first place. So you're saving some ammo and still doing quite a fair bit of damage over time. And the last tip I want to share with you guys is called the bunker. So you would just need to drill into a wall not too far deep in, but deep enough, like right here would be good. Then you just drill out for Maybe 2 seconds that way. Another 2 seconds this way. Dig down that way. Then we clear this out. So the reasoning behind this is so that when you're getting swarmed, all the aliens have to go through this little narrow corridor. And you can have your driller and a gunner and an engineer. So you can have the engineer set up the turrets and have the driller and gunner spray down everything down here. And none of the bugs are going to come through these walls, so they only have one way they're going to be able to come in. This is nice until, you know, there's a bulk detonator. That's the only time where it would be a real issue for you guys. But other than that, there shouldn't be any problems with it. But as always, I hope you enjoyed and found some informative value from this video. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe and leave a thumbs up. And in the comments, let me know what your guys' favorite class is. And I will see you in the next one.